Hi everyone, welcome to Token Topics. XRP and XDC are the main topics of this video. Free XRP, you say? Yes, I'm going to show you how to receive free XRP after this great court ruling we had. We're going to hear words from Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, on a recent court ruling and where the industry is now and where we need to be. Also, could there be big changes to the SEC after this fiasco? We're going to look into that. Also, XDC is catching the eyes of the trade world, and digitization of the future has XDC's name written all over it. And huge news about SBI's exchange, now capable of staking XDC. So much great information. You're definitely going to want to watch this video all the way to the end. Remember that any investing is risky. Let's go ahead and dive in. DCENT is celebrating Ripple's victory against the SEC by giving away XRP. 24,000 XRP will be given away to those who purchase a DCENT biometric wallet. So to celebrate the win of Ripple against the SEC, we are hosting an XRP giveaway event. For each DCENT biometric wallet unit purchase, you will receive 30 XRP. The offer stands for the first 800 units, so you don't want to wait. And it's extremely simple. All you do is purchase a DCENT biometric wallet through my affiliate links in the description below. You're not only going to receive $30 off the retail price, but you're also going to receive your XRP as long as you fill out your form. So all you do is purchase a wallet. Then after you receive your wallet in the mail, then you simply fill out your form and submit it. Make sure you fill out the form before August 6th, and you will receive your 30 XRP August 9th. This is the giveaway form. I'm going to put this in the description next to the purchasing links. Now I have important information to go over before you submit it. Token Topics is an affiliate of DCENT Wallet, so my purchasing links are directly from the store. So this section right here where it says purchase channel, make sure you highlight DCENT official website, not Amazon. Also, if you purchase 2 wallets, you get 60 XRP. If you do decide to purchase 2 wallets, make sure you highlight that. Also, we will send your XRP to 1 address. So again, to get the best deal possible, to get 2 deals in 1, make sure you purchase through the affiliate link so you're going to receive that awesome discount, and you're going to receive 30 XRP per wallet. People really need to understand that this is just the beginning for Ripple and XRP. This is a beautiful time to be invested, and I don't believe it's too late. Now that XRP has some clarity, we're going to begin to see institutions, financial services diving into this technology, wanting this technology, seeing the power of this technology. It's only going to be explosive from here on out. Now, I had a prediction a while back that XRP would begin to reshape and reface the current market than what we're used to seeing because of that ruling. And I believe that other coins that are part of the new financial system and that are ISO compliant, they're working with regulators, they're also going to pump alongside with XRP leading the way. In fact, one of those coins that I firmly believe in is XDC. And I believe that XDC will be impacted in a beneficial way from this ruling. XRP's success is vital for the whole crypto industry, and this ruling was very important for the crypto market. I also firmly believe in XLM as an example, but I'm going to focus on XRP and XDC in this video. There's a lot of exciting developments that are stemming from the Ripple victory. For example, recently Brad Garlinghouse spoke about the ruling and the future of crypto. Let's go ahead and give a listen.
Good to see you. And Brad, great to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. Good to see you both.
So it's been almost 3 years of litigation. You've been fighting the SEC, and there's been a lot of confusion about what this court decision John mentioned actually means. What is the direct impact for your company, Ripple, and for the broader crypto industry right now?
Well, 2.5 years ago when the SEC first sued us, we said publicly that this wasn't just an attack on Ripple, it was an attack on the entire crypto industry. And I think we did see that play out with the SEC getting more and more aggressive in really trying to regulate through enforcement, which we clearly don't think is a healthy way to do it. I think this is a huge win, not just for Ripple, but for the whole industry. I think it really is the first time the SEC has lost a crypto case, and really puts the SEC, some of the SEC's narrative and comments that they make publicly about all of these digital assets being securities. It puts that in check, and I think in a very good way. And hopefully it also drives the legislative process, because it doesn't make sense to try to regulate this through enforcement, but rather let's have clear laws about this that allow rules of the road for all entrepreneurs.
And so, Brad, if this undercuts the SEC's argument, who do you think should be policing these tokens? The industry has really been in the headlines for things like fraud and, frankly, grifts in the past 2 years or so. Do you expect Congress to step up? And if not, is there a gap right now in regulation?
Well, look, I think the SEC, what we found through their emails and during this litigation, is that they even identified that there is a gap. And we saw that in the emails they were exchanging internally. So I think there is a gap. But look, like any industry, you're going to potentially have bad actors. But the vast majority of people I interact with that are builders and using these technologies to build a better infrastructure for financial transactions, for real estate. There are a lot of different use cases for blockchain and crypto that really can be profound. Ripple has been focused on cross-border payments as a starting point. But look, I think you're going to see an incredible number of use cases for these technologies, and having clear rules of the road allows for the investment, allows entrepreneurs to lean in. I think the SEC just has been wrong as a matter of law, and it has really stifled the innovation here in the United States.
Brad, it's clear to see that this is not a win for the SEC, but it's hard to see how it's a win for crypto in the sense that this just puts this back into the lane of either Congress to figure out, and we know how long Congress takes to figure things out, or it just raises the question, when's it going to be clear? It doesn't make sense, frankly, that something's a security sometimes, but not a security other times. It introduces all kinds of uncertainty into transactions and investments that people probably are going to want to hold for more than 2 or 3 years. So, how do you feel about the UK Financial Conduct Authority's new proposed rules on crypto assets? Because we might end up somewhere closer to where they're headed.
Look, I feel very good about what we have seen, not just from the UK, but frankly, I mean, the fact that the European Union, 27 countries came together to create something they called MiCA. And the fact that we can't have one country here in the United States provide any leadership or clarity. But look, John, I'll take the other side of some of what you said. There is now clarity. The rule of law in the United States is clear that XRP is not a security when traded on exchanges, when used for payment. There's a whole bunch of things in the judge's ruling that make it very clear about XRP. The SEC has been clear about Bitcoin also. Now, the unfortunate reality is right now there's clarity for two, Bitcoin and XRP. That's not a good thing. I mean, it might be good for Bitcoin and XRP, but it's the reason why we have been calling for clarity for years, even before this lawsuit. And it's, I think, really a call to action from Congress. You saw representatives like Tom Emmer tweeting yesterday that this really is yet another call to action. And I'm optimistic we're actually going to see some forward momentum in Washington to provide some of the clarity that the SEC has really been fighting in some ways and almost sowing confusion.
As you just heard from Brad Garlinghouse, we still got a ways to go. We still need regulations in place, but hopefully this is going to get the ball rolling. That victory was a major step in the right direction. But now we need to get the public on board. We need these financial institutions using the technology, especially now more than ever. When we have countries like China, Russia, India, the UAE, the United Arab Emirates area, they're perfecting this blockchain technology and their CBDC technology. One of the companies that has been really helping the United States to move forward, or trying to at least, is Stellar. I want to add Stellar into the mix because they have been appearing before Congress, really trying to get their voice out there to make it well known that, hey, we need to get this technology rolling or else the United States is going to be left behind. There needs to be some serious changes at the SEC. We need to have a reform. I stated this about 2 years ago, the corruption, the incompetence of the SEC. And I want to say that a lot of people in the XRP community, we all came together, and there was a lot of corruption that was exposed by just average, everyday content creators and people like you and me that were able to dig this stuff up. There's a lot of great content creators that, we came together as a community, and we had it. We had, with their corruption, the way how they're ruling, how they're handling things is a joke. You know, regulation by enforcement is more of a manipulation tactic so they can control the market. We will see what happens. Hopefully there are some changes and some big changes. All right, so could the Ripple ruling spell the end of regulation by enforcement? A long-awaited district judge's ruling that some XRP token sales were not investment contracts will likely eventually lead to a bipartisan regulatory framework that is more favorable to the pro-crypto crowd in Congress. I doubt that we're going to see the changes that a lot of people in the XRP community want to see with the SEC. I doubt we're going to see that, but we will see changes, starting with the SEC's approach towards crypto. As many of you already know, the SEC had a bad day with that court ruling. Now, if the ruling holds, we may be witnessing the beginning of the end of the SEC's regulation by enforcement approach. How awesome would that be? And who could have seen it coming? It was entirely predictable. Too many, except for a tiny cauldron of activists in Washington, D.C., who probably had special interest, I want to add, who adopted the view that all tokens are securities with religious fervor, while the SEC will most assuredly appeal the district court's decision. Action in the courts will take months and are merely a sideshow to a larger reality. And this is great timing as the policy debate about crypto in Congress is advancing. All right, so the tables have turned. Ironically, with the district court's ruling ramming a hole through the SEC and an anti-crypto crowd strategy, crypto opposers may be forced to accept a legislative agreement more permissive to crypto assets than would have been enacted during the previous Congress, one which Democrats controlled. Instead of a regulatory framework for crypto assets designed and passed by a Democratic Congress and implemented by a Democratic administration, Democrats may be forced to accept an agreement drafted by congressional Republicans on the House Financial Services Committee, with the SEC and anti-crypto Democrats deprived of the argument that their legal cases were sound. There's nothing to stop an acceleration of efforts to cinch a bipartisan agreement on regulatory framework for crypto assets. The article continues, but I'll put the link down below. Now on to some bullish XDC news. This is excellent. If you've been subscribed to the channel, if you're an XDC fan, you already know that they recently announced a partnership with a subsidiary of SBI Holdings, VC Trade. VC Trade is SBI's exchange. Now they offer staking, so this is a huge deal. Let's go ahead and dive in to learn more. The president of SBI VC Trade announced that they're going to add XDC to the stocks handled by the staking service. So staking rewards earned by the company that they're going to grant it to customers, but at the moment they expect an annual rate of 5 to 8%. So to commemorate the addition of XDC staking service, they're going to carry out 2 campaigns, a trade campaign where you can get XDC worth up to 1 million yen, and a staking fee free campaign. In the trading campaign, they're going to present XDC worth up to 1 million yen according to the contract price of XDC purchase from the day this was announced till August 14th. Now, why is this a big deal? Because this opens up to institutional investors. This opens up to big money and for the ecosystem to grow and for people to learn about the XDC ecosystem. But I will say the smart companies are going to want to get on board now. XDC is making headway in Australia. This is Son White from XDCNetwork Australia. That's the gentleman pictured in the middle, and he's next to Ritesh and Atul from XDC. So he posts, just think about the developments once digital documents and instruments of trade get on the blockchain. Australian citizens and the entire Commonwealth playing field will have barriers to trade finance lowered due to tokenized finance and lending to the backbone of our economies. SMEs are small to medium enterprises and thereby stimulating the broader economy. Cash flow and liquidity will increase in our business sectors while minimizing of lag for actual completion of sales with paperless trade. Aside from the conversation of natural resources, this is something that people of the world richly deserve. So the UK-Australia Free Trade Agreement is definitely a step into the right direction. How important is digitization of trade? digitalizing paper trails or documents, it's very important. It's key, one of the keys, to reducing costs and helping to eliminate the trade gap, which blockchain technologies like the XDC network is suited for. Now, if you're new to the XDC network, I'm going to show you a gentleman. We're going to go over a clip from Andre Kasserman from Kasserman Advisory, who is interested in highly specialized fintech technology. He's worked with Swift and is very knowledgeable with trade finance, which is an area XDC plans to target through technology such as trade tech, which is built on the XDC network. Andre Kasserman also joined IDFA, or the International Trade and Forfeiting Association, which XDC network is also part of. Now I'm going to play these clips so we can understand the power of going paperless with electronic trade and why this is bullish for the XDC network and provides a stable future.
Roles, but my real focus is on highly specialized fintechs and how to help them find the early adopters. And that's what I was doing also at Swift on the Swift innovations 20 years ago on payments and treasury management. So in 2018, I joined also the board of the International Trade and Forfeiting Association, and I set up a fintech committee. And then we started to attract fintechs as members, and I thought, what are we going to do with them? Because it's good to attract them in a committee to put their logo on a slide, but we should be able to do more. And I thought there are two market transformations we could expect. And as an association, ITFA is there to connect people, to facilitate collaboration. So I set up the DNI initiative on the origination side to really connect those new technologies that I could see in the committee from some members with a market transformation around the digitization of negotiable instruments. And this is the whole MLETR we will discuss today. And I will explain what we have achieved there. And on the distribution side, we knew that the banks wanted to distribute more to institutional investors, and distributing to institutional investors is in some way different and sometimes completely different to distributing to credit insurers and banks. And we set up the TFD initiative to demonstrate to capital markets that trade as an asset class is becoming accessible from originators serving corporates and SMEs. But basically now, if we look at the DNI initiative, we found out that the logic from a technology perspective is very similar to what we have seen on electronic signature. When electronic signature was introduced from a legal perspective and from a technology perspective, it was not such a big change at the end of the day. It was just about introducing a piece of technology delivered by very specialized vendors, like I will name a few, and I don't work for them, but DocuSign is very well known, Signicat is another one, and I'm sure there are many that are in that space, because it has become a mature market in some regions of the world. And it's all about integrating that piece of technology within a business process that is owned by the bank on a portal, or that is owned by a platform such as Vaiana on a proprietary portal, a proprietary application process. And on the DNI initiative, actually, the same is happening. It's all about adding an additional piece of technology, and we will talk about later about how it works or how it can work, and adding that piece of technology to digitize documents, title documents. But the logic for the end customer remains the same. It's all about using a bank portal or a platform in order to digitize a document, but the document is a title document, so it has more functional attributes and requires more technology than with the electronic signature. So we're using the electronic signature as part of the DNI initiative, but we're using additional technologies to digitize original documents and to achieve MLETR. So that piece of technology requires collaboration, and the goal of the DNI initiative is definitely to facilitate this collaboration between indeed those specialized MLETR vendors and the application owners, the financial institutions that are running the trade business.
XDC is part of the DNI initiative. XDC Network joined the DNI initiative in November 2021 and provides the needed blockchain structure and interoperability for financial institutions to communicate across various platforms and ecosystems.
So I hope that is introducing the DNI initiative. And we have been busy for since mid-2019 now. So we are at a point now where we have multiple vendors having achieved that journey on the banking side. And we are working with vendors on the corporate side to equip corporates with the right technology to produce electronic negotiable instruments and achieving interoperability between the corporate side and the banking side so that we can scale the market.
Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are an XRP or XDC fan, please subscribe so you can stay up to date. Also, don't forget to look into that free XRP event. All the information is in the description. Once again, thanks for watching another edition of Token Topics. Take care.